All right, welcome back. Think we're going to be talking about astrology once again, but it looks like the season is upon us, and I'm driving right now. I'm literally driving down a hill right now. So let's talk about some of the, uh, I want to say, the correspondences and the common mistakes made with correspondences. One of said common mistakes is and look, I'm going to just preface this beforehand that I use Kabbalistic correspondences. So, as in, like, quite literally a life in traditional non medieval European correspondences, like such as the Babylonian ones. Not so much the sidereal or Vedic or, whatever correspondences. And so, for that, I'm going to just simply address it in terms through the lens of the Kabbalistic correspondences because, well, there's a lot of disassociation. That's just wrong correspondences, wrong system. So, yeah, typically, just looking into it now, number one is associating Virgo with Saturn. And I know part of it has to do with, the fact that Saturn is restrictive. Saturn says no. Virgo, the Virgin, so on and so forth. The story of Saturn, evil man, gonna party with her, castrates Uranus, Aquarius, yada yada yada. And just simply kind of here to know that that is even a Mercurian correspondence. Yes, I know that Mercury is also androgynous planet, so it's not going to be as creative as normal Jupiter, albeit, there is some aspect to it, and I get that, Jupiter is in detriment Virgo, the opposition of Virgo to Pisces. Yeah, no, that's Mercury, not Saturn. Now, however, Capricorn and Aquarius and Libra is more Saturnine. I mean, Saturn is exalted in Libra, but that's more from a Hellenistic standpoint because, and I say Hellenistic because, well, I guess it's price, well, whatever. So, with the Hellenistic correspondences, it makes sense that Saturn is exalted in Libra. I mean, why wouldn't it be? But as far as the Venusian aspects go, well, what it really fit with Mercury, although it is, since, Libra is their element and beauty is a form of communication. It is. Fluid beauty is a form of communication of kind of yourself, right? If you wear nice clothes, you're kind of communicating that you're competent and you take care of yourself. If you're in good shape, you're sort of communicating that, you're healthy and you work out and you take care of yourself. If, you have the clean, ugly face, it's asymmetrical and kind of a way of communicating that you may have not had such a good upbringing and that you may have been exposed to a lot of pathogens as so on and so forth. So, with that being said, I might have to record this because my choices may be again. It's just sounding dodgy again, but whatever. So, yeah, the next correspondence that people seem to get hung up on is associating Mars with Jovian traits and or associating Mars with Saturn. So Mars simply destroys while Saturn restricts. So that would make sense why Saturn is debilitating in Aries. Simply because Aries is the fire. Aries is going in and pushing the boundaries, embrace the boundaries. Saturn is boundaries. Saturn says no. And Aries, like a better term, and pardon my French, Aries says, fuck off. I'm gonna do what I want, and get shit done. So, fuck you, Saturn. And I really do get uncomfortable for that, but, yeah, Saturn is, known for being a little serious with that shit. At least with me. Now, I'm aware of the parapsychological paradigm and, creating whatever correspondences fit with you. But then that runs into the rest of the chart, because with any paradigm, any astrological paradigm, there are multiple signs. There are usually 12 signs, and there are usually 7 to 24 planets. There's, of course, your asteroids, your outer planets, your trans-Saturnian planets, so on and so forth. But we're not getting into that for now. We're just talking about the Saturn and the astrological correspondences as with traditional paradigms. And the reason that paradigms exist as the way they are and why they're so widely used is because there's a consistency and a coherence to it. So it makes sense that Mars is antithetical to Saturn, since Mars just pushes and pushes and destroys, and Saturn tries to preserve and restrict. On the flip side, Jupiter can be a bit antithetical to Venus, since Venus is kind of balancing and beauty and harmony, and Jupiter just constantly wants to make more and more. Although both of them are on the pillar of mercy, and both Saturn and Mars, Jupiter and Venus, are on the pillar of severity. More on that in a minute. So the next one is, associating the moon with Venus and Jupiter. I mean, I get the whole, moon motherhood, Jupiter exalting Cancer. In the mythology, Zeus had a bunch of kids and a bunch of different human women, and even some goddesses. I'm not sure about that, but I know for a fact that he had children with human women. And, Venus is kind of like Aries, but not so much. Venus is sort of the beauty that tries to, in a sense, take the attention of Jupiter to have Jupiter all to herself. She doesn't want cheating. She wants, a man to, how do I say it? Venus is sort of a big, beautiful woman that's very kind of insecure a little bit, and wants a man to show her his loyalty and to show her his love and devotion. And when she doesn't get that, she kind of gets insecure. Moon is motherhood. It's simply that motherhood, and by extension of subconscious mind, so on and so forth. And then, of course, we have the other luminaries, Mars, Venus associated with the Sun. I mean, I get the whole fire correspondence, and that one's pretty close. That one's pretty good. It's a pretty, I would say, that's pretty consistent, although there are some minor discrepancies. But yeah, that'll be about it for this little astrology rant. Once again, take care, folks. We'll be back on the road.